If one day their power and even civilization has moved away from humans, it would be scary. But that's what actually happened on Planet Monkey. Humanity has fallen from its throne, in a bitter way, to nothing else, apart from my own greed. That saw all the fall of the empire was Caesar. And in Chuluji, it's considered one of the best BAS ever been made. This monkey with this compassion and this greatness did everything to free his species out of the cycle of hate, frog enemy, slavery, and war. The tracks left by humans rest in the promised land. The thoughts, this will be the end of the series. But it turns out to be the foundation for a new story, a new generation, a new kingdom. And that's the kingdom of the plants Ophthif. It just came out last Friday. To be honest, when the name of the massage does not appear in the section, the director himself was worried. Part, for he had completed Caesar's journey. And also because of that integrity, it's hard to understand. Decided to create a fourth part of the producer. Top out is when a lot of big brands have fallen off the horse for trying to make it longer. The story could have ended. However, those worries soon disappeared when I realized this is not the fourth part of the reboot, Monkey Planet, but rather should be considered the beginning of a whole new trilogy. Promise and no less quality. And this is shown in a very ingenious way, right in the first scene. To avoid disclosing the content, you just need to know that here, directed by Westpo, repack everything that belongs to Caesar. Let the new characters, you don't have to live under a big shadow, but they still retain their heritage. That this monkey is considered to be the first leader to leave behind. Yes, if you were wondering if the new part is Caesar or not, the answer would be no. Because now this name isn't ideal. A figure, it's the foundation for an entire ape civilization. Or rather, Caesar became an anecdote. This is just the detail. Continue to the old audience so seamlessly. At the same time, set 300 years after the events of 2017. That's far enough for the new movie to stand alone. That doesn't mean you should go to the theater. I didn't know anything about Shillagi before, because the best thing about Kingdom of Exercise, the tennis Ophthif lies in. Through time, each individual monkey has a different understanding of the ideal, and Caesar left. That directly ignited the monkey-to-monkey conflict with monkeys and other species. Right at the beginning, the film also tries to use short descriptions, but definitely, they can't provide enough knowledge. Let one see, I understand the weight of this name. And why is it mentioned so much? In the movie clearly, it makes good use of old elements. Kingdom of the Pen of TF. You don't have to introduce too much from here. That we get straight to know her. The monkey of the Eagle tribe. The main character of the whole story. Actually, the way that Nober was built is not so new. A bright monkey, even though young, but soon revealed more qualities than humans. Something happened that forced Noir to leave his hometown. Get out of the safe zone. Look at the world and find yourself. It's not new, but this time, Nova had a counterweight. I can say it was great on the trip. That development journey is MEI. Different from other human characters in Chuluji. Riput MEI is actually a young character. And hasn't shaped myself yet. That's through every move. Can say, they both grew up together very naturally. When Noah realized that humans, not what the elders say. The clouds also realized not every monkey is aggressive, killing, and finally, when compassion. Trust love. You're put on a test of loyalty to your species. The third act of the movie actually had a lot of expensive scenes. Two people were cut by fate, belonged to rival civilizations. Both Noah and May had to make heavy choices. From here to ask the question directly, related to Caesar's ideals. That it's possible. One tomorrow where they all live in harmony. I really don't want to spoil any moments. But the scene where Luck and Noah meet at the end of the movie, it really shows us how good these two characters are. Actress Freya Allen. There was a very impressive performance. And of course, thanks to the technology. Describe the expression of the monkeys. No less than humans. But Planet Monkey has always been at the forefront of engineering, right from a shitty world filled with trees. The structures that monkeys build, until the fights. It's all very satisfying. Only if it's a little harder. The part of the massage director uses light. There's more artistic intent, but even though this, it doesn't affect the viewing experience too much. So this can be seen as a small detail. The characters also did a pretty good job. Sona Naya Noah's parents. Or especially the rocket god knows it all. They all have their own memorable moments. They all contributed to Noah's growth, and also give you a reason to set out against a great power, much stronger than me. When it comes to power, the main antagonist of the film, the monkey claims to be the blog streamer Seas, or translated Ra as the next Caesar. It's a very well-constructed, motivated character. Not too strong, big, or particularly barbaric. What makes pro streamers so scary? It's intelligence and understanding. Yes, he knows how to speak. They know how to assimilate other monkey tribes. Listen to me. Know that new technological knowledge is the supreme power. I'd say Parkimus is like a tyrant. Ambition to expand the territory, or even like in the movies, I want to touch something more distant. That's evolution. This directly affects an opinion. That's what a lot of the audience is talking about. It's that the fight scenes were less than satisfying, especially the ending with Parkimus. The above is not wrong, but only for me personally. Then, the great and special thing about Senisf is that it's always about the fight. In terms of idealism, more than a regular fight. That's right, the ideal conflict between monkeys and humans, between Parkimus and Noah, between Noah and myself, and that's the focus of what's going on. We see the real weapon that Boximus always uses. It's the suppression of ideas. And that's it. That other monkey tribes dare not betray, right from the mind. He's taken away a lot of what's religious, the distinctiveness of another tribe, to make them the same, a subject in his kingdom. So I personally think that the connection between power and Park is not easy. It's quick. It's actually the result of a long journey. Main character, to break the shackles of your inner self. It's also the reason for the eagle's presence, to highlight the immortal traditions of the Noel tribe. Looking back on Chuluchi in the past, Part 017, it's the clearest evidence of the war. About the ideal, what Hoodie Harrison's Colonel character wanted at the time is to put down the rebellion of the apes. In the name Caesar, even with a gun in the middle of his forehead, it's still the opposite. The new ideal of free will. It's something that the Colonel, despite having tons of guns, it can't be moved. That's right, even when humanity has fallen off its horse, we still have more modern equipment, more powerful than more destructive power. But what's really scary is one day, like a monkey, right from the subconscious, they think they're on the same level as humans. They think they can learn and achieve what people achieve. That's the scary thing. Is the real fight that Noah Boximus? We confronted each other. And in this respect alone, it's hard to say. The movie doesn't make it complete. However, there is one other criticism that I am compelled to agree with. The Kingdom of Land of O'Fief is not a groundbreaking movie. The way that number goes, most of the time it's gone. What number does and thinks about all the time. Similar, the deterrent lessons of human greed. The inherent differences between species. The same question about the ruled and the ruled. I was also reminded of the old challenge. Is it really necessary, O1? Chilgi again go the old way. And just change the character's name. Maybe this is the weakness. The life of the story that web sport directors are exploiting. The film's Tomy Tales is also showing signs decrease over time, in a rather unfortunate way. But whether so if really Jenny Sincho, reports want to relaunch this billion-dollar brand. They're still floating. Space to make a difference in the future. I hope that robots will be leaders of their own. Escape from the shadow, and the image is so famous. If you ask, is the new Monkey Planet worth seeing? Well, the answer is definitely yes. It's a beautiful post-apocalyptic world, detailed and specific. The characters are build persuasion with the words of the monkeys, carefully selected, every word the natural evolution of the villain. Enough depth and a satisfying ending. Ophius inherited it all. What makes the success of the recruitment section? Story, as well as enough pedals for tough battles. The movie has enough emotions, enough funny breaks, and enough climax. I read a review with a pretty good title from Thevers. It's a movie as an afterthought. Beautiful past of the whole Chai fan. So if you're a high probability fan, you'll be satisfied. But also for this reason, eyes who expect a breakthrough are more likely to feel frustrated. Even if it is old, 100 sounds are not equal to 1 C. Go to the theater and make your own judgments. And personally, I was very pleased with what the director did. Westbo show, and we'll see. Check it out again for more interesting details.